Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your brother in Islam, Saif al-Mujahid, the original Saif al-Mujahid. As you can already tell, there is no voice changing effects. There's no demonstrative background sound effects, simply because what I'm about to say is what needs to be said, and it needs to be understood in a pristine, natural form. Over the past several months, brothers and sisters that have known me for quite some time have indirectly and directly told me, Akhi, you are not the Saif al-Mujahid of old. You have become weak, you have become soft, you have become tamed, you have become restrained. Where is that intensity? Where is that ferociousness? Where is the Pitbull of this Ummah that you have been known to be? Rightfully so, they are correct. And over the past couple of months, I have been incrementally unleashing just a bit of that fury in the previous videos if you look on my channel. So what better way to announce the return of the Pitbull of this Ummah, to announce the Saif al-Mujahid of old, than this video and what's to be said in it. Qadianis, you're not Muslims. Stop pretending to be Muslims. By manipulating and taking out of context various hadith and ayat to suit your own whims and desires and your fancies. You're kafirs, you're not Muslims. Stop pretending. I'm not going to get into that because there's beautiful channels that destroy this cult, like Truth Unveiled and various other channels. Next, SHIA. You're kafirs. You are kafirs, you're not Muslims. Stop taking various aspects of different religions, putting it into your own little melting pot and calling it your version of Islam. Because it's not authentic. And I won't delve anymore because there's a plethora of channels that destroy this devilish false religion. But I will note that there are people within these cults and false religions that do not understand, they are not aware, they are not knowledgeable of the fact that of their true teachings. So I invite you to learn true Islam. But that's not my main focus. My main focus is the Ghair Muqallideen, the Salafis, the Jihadis, the Ahle-Hadith, Muslimin, whatever jargon you wish to self-proclaim yourselves by. Just for simplicity, I'll just title you what you really are, deviants. You will never, ever, ever conquer Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Who is Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah? The four madhahibs. Khalas, clear cut. If you do not follow one of the four madhahibs, you are not Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. And this is decreed by Allah Ta'ala and stated by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because we are the jama'ah that has been passed down since the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Not you. Your cult. Period. You twist versions of the hadiths, you twist versions of the Quran to suit your fancies. You're not powerful, you're weak. You're weak. Jihadis, or whatever you want to call yourselves. You need to understand one thing. You have your little marches up and down the streets all over the world, but our main focus is in the UK, with signs that say bomb bomb USA and UK will pay and the real Holocaust is coming and things of this idiocracy. Not only are you wasting paper, But you have done absolutely nothing good for this ummah. Nothing good for the deen. Absolutely not a single thing. On top of the fact, the violations of the Sharia that are inflicted during these little demonstrations, which the ulama have said are linked to Leninism and Marxism, infractions such as free mixing, on some of them, infractions such as delaying the salah, infractions such as unjustifiable akhlaq, character, morals, etiquettes, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Another thing that needs to be stated to these jihadis. You're sitting there preaching jihad, 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 jihad. Why don't you shut your mouths, go over to Afghanistan, Iraq, or wherever, whether it's by plane, by boat, by ship, by camel, by donkey, by walking, I don't give a damn how you get there. Why don't you pick up a gun and start fighting? And after being there for about 5 or 10 minutes, and this slew of bullets and explosions are just being set off and flinging by your head, and when you go hide behind a little rock or hide in a cave, and then you come to this realization that you look down and you have defecated all over yourselves, and then you start to reflect upon Allah, what did I get myself into? And if Allah decrees that you survive, why don't you stay there for about a year? Not for a couple of days, say, oh, I fought jihad. Stay there for about a year. Because about 99.9% of the people that are preaching jihad have never had explosions and bullets coming at them left and right. But you stay over there for a year, and if Allah decrees that you survive, then just maybe you can say something about jihad. And in closing, to all these cults, to all these deviants and kafirs that call themselves Muslims, there's 3 simple steps to get out of your predicament. 1, realize that you are not following true Islam. You are not part of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. You are not following one of the 4 madhahibs, whether it's Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi'i, or Hanbali. Once you realize that, and you realize the true teachings of your little minuscule cults, your little whatever you want to call them, then find a true. Step 2 is to find a true alim of the deen. An alim that's part of one of these 4 madhahibs. And then to go to step 2 or step 3, once you completed steps 1 and 2 and you've reached 3 and you have found that scholar of whichever madhab you wish to choose, sit in front of him or learn from him, however, shut your mouths, open your ears, come to the realization that you do not have enough knowledge of the deen to have an opinion in the deen. And be open-minded to learn your religion correctly as it has been passed down from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam down to the tabi'in, the tabi'in, so on and so on and so forth. That's true Islam. That's true Islam. That is Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Everything else is in the fire. Now, in previous videos, I've made statements like no more games, the line has been drawn, the war has begun. And I still stand by those. So if you want to fight, you want a war, all I can say is bring it.